Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So trend is down. We've been trending down quite a bit. Last week was a really messy. You can see a bit of a diamond that formed, and then we broke the diamond to the downside going into the close. Now, I just want to touch base on the monthly here. If you look left, you can look at the structure that's here on the monthly. Quite a bit of structure. The next serious bit of structure is down in this area here. That would be 26996. Have a look at the oscillators, look at the divergence forming on the monthly. Not confirmed yet. We'd want to see the monthlies turn around. We'll sort of hit the bottom and then start turning. That would confirm it. But we've had a pretty solid drop, and we are coming up to an area of support. If we just get to the weekly, you'll see we have sort of, we've broken this level here. We've had a weekly close below that. We've got a gap right here. I'm just going to get the structure. See, there's the support. So it was previous support, and then it never happened again. You can see we broke below it. That wasn't a proper rejection of it, nor was that. And then we broke above it with a gap above it to the top. So these are the three areas that I would be paying attention to at the moment. And the other thing I'm paying attention to is the weekly oscillators at the moment. They are grouped, well, not yet, but they are starting to group to the downside. We're halfway below the 20, which is always a concern. If we start moving through the time frames now to the areas that we want to be trading today, obviously on the 8th hour, you can see the rejection of that weekly level, which was 29,643, and we basically had 3 attempts at that, or 2.5 attempts, should I say, 1, 2.5 attempt here last week. But look at the diversions. You can see how price made a new low here going at the close, but look where the oscillators are. So I'm not a fan of jumping in short where we are at the moment. So I'd want to be looking for something a little bit different. Sorry, we were on the 8th hour. But nevertheless, there is divergence here on the 3 hour as well. There it is there. Same pattern. This is a massive range from last week. So obviously what we'd be looking for, and I'm going to do this on the lower time frames, is we want to be short. The big question is where. So I would say that makes a little bit of sense. And then something up there would make sense. I'll look at those now on the 15-minute because that's the level you're going to have to be trading. So on the 15-minute, firstly yesterday there wasn't, sorry not yesterday, but Friday, there wasn't really an opportunity to be trading. And as I said, I was sitting on the side, which is probably the wisest thing to do. At the moment, we've had this pretty strong breakthrough going into the close, and that's at 29.13. So that's the first level I would expect. And then in between 29.13 and 29.183, you'll see there's quite a few tails if you look at them. Each one of them could offer resistance. So I would expect price to come back up into this area, and then you're looking for a move down. So even if you take the first one, you'd have to have a 400-point stop loss because you want to stop above this area here. So my advice today is quite simple. Wait for it. See what happens in this area. If you start getting price action off here, it's going to be well worth taking the trade, but keep your stop just above the price action and then your entry just below it. As soon as it gets moving, just move your stop to entry. If it comes back and triggers you, it comes back and triggers you, at least it's a free trade. But I expect us to still tag this area down here, and that is 29,288. And obviously I don't want to be just jumping in here with a massive stop loss, so I would rather have it come back into structure so I can get a nice tight stop loss, reduce my risk. And the idea with this, let's say we slap bang on the middle here, so if I'm getting a 200-point stop loss, I am looking at around a 780-point gain roughly to this level down here. So that's kind of my view at the moment. A little bit reluctant to be jumping in short down here, and any short that I do take will be a very tight stop loss, and ideally it's going to be I'll be looking for price action on a level. Here's a good example. So here you can see there is a sort of an engulfing bar, not exact, not perfect, but then there's another engulfing bar there. So my entry is up there, my stop is down here, and you're aiming for the next bit of structure. So that was a 200-point gain. Next bit of structure is these swing lows. Not a good example. That's a 120-point trade, but that's the kind of pattern you're looking for, and probably should just say not late in the session. You're looking for it fairly early in the session. So here's another example. Here's an inside bar on the level. We broke below it, broke above it, came back. Here you're looking at something like that. So you're looking at 112 point, and there's the next logical level 500 points away. So, and there's another one, inside bar, pin bar on a level, but again late in the session, not too keen on that. Anyway, but you get the drift. What you're looking for is inside bars, pin bars, engulfing bars on a level. They need to be touching the level like this. You don't want them closing below the level like that. That wasn't the signal. That there was a signal, but it would have stopped you out. There's another signal right there. See that inside bar? Entry above it, stop below it, and away you go. Anyway, that's what I'd be looking for, and you're going to look for it on anything from a 5 to a 15-minute chart. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.